Well, off we go here. With some stuff to talk about during the trip, one of the things that has happened since the last time that I streamed this game. Can I get on, please? That has happened since the last time I streamed this game. Is all the stuff with my truck. So I got it towed into the shop to get the transmission put back in. And got it towed there. They put the transmission in. They said that they couldn't get the e-brake working because it was missing a part that they know was there when the transmission was taken out, so it'd have to be around here somewhere. It was in my bedroom. Like, don't get any funny ideas out of that. But I had a little pile of some parts for Fargo related stuff in my room. And it was one of the ones that was there that I should have had go along with the transmission part. So oops. So I had to make a bit of a run out there and and deliver that part so they could get my e-brake working. And they told me, yeah, it's shifting great. It's driving well now. It still steers like shit, but that's to be expected of a vehicle that old. And sent me on my way. And I was like, okay, well. And I drove home just fine. The shifting feels completely different now. Well, not completely different, obviously, but like very, very different. Before, I needed to push the clutch like basically all the way to the floor to engage it, which is not great. And even then, sometimes it would feel like that wasn't enough, and I had to be pushing it further with space that I didn't have, and it was... ugh. But now I only have to push the clutch about halfway, which is apparently about what one should expect is normal. I wouldn't know. I don't really drive a whole lot of standards. I drive my truck and my dad's truck. Those are the standards that I know. Let's see here. Ooh, I can get some other things along the way here. Should I go kill a guy? Those are the guys that I gotta kill here, right? I think. Something like that. So that's feeling a lot better. But when I got back home, I noticed that there was an oil leak out of the bottom. Specifically, it's coming out of a part called the bell housing, which I'd never heard of a bell housing until earlier this year. Like, I'm still very much learning how the hell vehicles work and stuff. Is there a, hold on. I was about to say, what was with that orange bar, like, building up at the top there? So, it's dripping out of that, and on doing some research, it's dripping out of, what'd I get a light arrow for me? It's dripping out of what is called a bell housing weep hole. So it's dripping from a clearly manufactured hole. It's not like it's leaking between like some gaps that aren't sealing properly. Like it's a hole that was clearly manufactured for something to drip out of, but I never noticed an oil leak there before. Can I like... Can I not do like a stealth attack thing here? Sorry, horse, but you'll be fine, I'm sure. I need to remember how to play this game. Oh my god, I need to remember how to play this game. Bear with me here. Oh yeah, and at some point I want to add another sound effect to the thing here. Not, whoa! I pressed dodge, but he was really dang fast there. So, I called the shop about this. I didn't hear back for a little while. I had my neighbor who's a mechanic have a look at it, and he thought that I definitely need to call the shop there, and like maybe something had gone wrong with the install and something wasn't sealing properly. It seemed to be engine oil, which said that there was probably like a bit of a leak between the transmission and the engine, so somehow engine oil is getting through. Whoa. Hi. Half rand. And I found that concerning. But when the shop got back to me, they were just like, oh yeah, that just happens. That's to be expected with a vehicle that old. Even when brand new, like, the seals wouldn't be quite perfect. So even a brand new manufactured truck like that, whoa, it didn't let me dodge if I get hit by that. Okay. Even a brand new vehicle, they said, would leak a little bit of oil like that just from the way that they were made back then with the seals not being very good. Apparently, the specific seals there are made out of rope. And so, they said naturally, especially as it's driving, since I didn't notice any leak while just idling, as you're kind of pushing it and things are heating up, like, some oil will be pushed through. So they said, yeah, give it an oil change at some point, and then, like, some fresh, heavy oil in there will have, like, less being pushed through. I was like, okay, well, I'll give it a go. So I haven't given it that oil change yet. I've just been keeping an eye on my oil level. Flinted steel! Hey, So, I'm driving from time to time, but I'm keeping an eye on it. Whoa, dang it. This is gonna be kind of hard. So I've been driving it to my Taekwondo classes here and there lately, but I am keeping an eye on that oil level. And do leave a bucket under it, just in case. Like, it's never gushing like a whole lot, but it is dripping quite a decent bit. And the last time that I gave it an oil change was 2 years ago, I believe, 2023, when I was first getting it onto the road. So it's been a little while. Not like it was driven a whole lot last year or anything, but, you know, still good to get some stuff in there. Hey. Hey. Man, he is so pissed off, huh? Hey, well. It is hard to ramble while trying to fight you. That attack comes out so dang fast. It is insane.
Nano machine, son.
Okay, and then I run, and I stomp, and then I do stab, stab, and then second stomp. Oh, I didn't quite get my second stomp there. Okay, bear with me. Okay, just don't get caught by that. Oh my god, its range is insane. It goes so far. Okay. So, like, I pressed the dodge button, I swear. So, been driving it here and there. I'm not taking it, like, on any trips super far. But, keeping an eye on the oil level. It's gone from, there's, like, the tick of, like, right at the bottom, let's fill up, and the tick of full. It was at, like, about 75% for a while. Now it's at about the halfway point. So... Oh my god, you are so noisy. I hit the parry button, damn it. I'm gonna put my inputs on screen. Get a ref call on those. No, I don't need to use my rations yet. Don't worry about it. Here.
My back.
Okay. Stomp. That. Okay, just 2 and then do a follow-up stomp. I hit parry, but who's keeping track? I hit parry again. Was I in the end leg of my own attack, maybe? And during this past weekend, when I went to a family dinner, I ended up taking my truck as my vehicle of choice. It wasn't particularly far. I'm just taking it on, like, short trips that I'm comfortable with right now. And I'll take it a little bit farther when I get an oil change. And I kind of wanted to take it to Megaland. Right now, I'm a little bit unsure. Because when I took it to family's place, like, it got me to and from just fine. But... Wow. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, 2-hit combos. Whoa, that's the fast one. Got me to and from just fine. But on the way back, I did smell what seemed to be like a little bit of a burning smell. And I was wondering, what the heck is even happening? Uh-oh. How does that still hit me? Oh my god. Hello, Akari. Things are going pretty alrighty here. And that went pretty alrighty. 3D printed some things and tried to grow some flowers that haven't sprouted yet, but hopefully will soon. Oh my god, this guy. So something smelled like it was burning a little bit, and so when I got back home, I, like, got me home just fine, everything was a-okay. I checked the oil level, and it was right at, like, the bottom there of, like, not the very bottom, but, like, that line where it's like, okay, you're gonna want to fill up, like, right now, kind of thing. And so I thought that maybe a whole bunch more oil was pushed through and I was running low, and I was like, oh no. But I also checked it the following day, and it was right at, like, the halfway point between the lines again. So, like, I know that as it's running, that stuff will be, like, gushing around and stuff, but I would think that I would make it read higher than the actual level is as oil's moving around. I would think, just logically, right? I mean, I don't really know much about vehicles. I'm very much learning here. Oh my god, I hit dodge, damn it. So I don't know what's up with that, but now I'm like, maybe I should give it that oil change before I drive it again. So I was worried that maybe there was, like, a little bit less oil than there should be there, and maybe the burning smell that I was smelling was a little bit of metal on metal that wasn't being properly lubricated by the oil. So yeah. Oh, come on. It sends him so far. Stomp. Hey, can I get another stomp in time? Sure can. Okay, just play it safe there. Damn it! Hey, jeez. Stomp. 1, 2, stomp. I'm actually whittling away his health pretty fast, though. I hit parry! Oh, maybe I can dodge, like, the specific explosion. Maybe what I can do. No! So I still would like to take it to Megaland, because, I mean, out of the Mega FPS events, it's the only one that I could realistically take it to. Because, I mean, Janland, that's winter. I'm not taking it during that. Hallowland, which is actually going to be during October, not November this year. Yeah, that's really quite pushing it. Things are pretty cold. It's probably not going to start as reliably. I could always put in a different weight of oil in there to help it start more reliably, but I don't really want to do that just specifically to be able to take it to Hallowland. So Megaland's really the only one that I could take my truck to. And from the time that I slept in the back of it for Fragapalooza, I do find it more comfortable than in the back of my car. Like setting up a... What? There's more guys there? Just kill me. Let me reset. I don't want to be fighting more guys. I did find that sleeping in the back of my truck is more comfortable with a tent in the back there. Because, I mean, if I'm sleeping inside of my car, like, I'm going to be waking up in, like, a cold sweat once that sun starts coming in. Because... Like, is cold sweat the proper term there? I start getting really friggin' warm because I'm on the inside of this metal vehicle, and so it starts heating up like a furnace as the sunshine comes in. So I can never sleep in too long, which is kind of a good thing. But, like, I always wake up, like, super sweaty in the back of my car because I'm woken up by, like, the sunshine turning my car into a miniature furnace. No. But if I'm in a tent in the back of my truck, that didn't really seem to happen. Whoa. To the same extent. Whoops, I can't parry the red ones. Okay. Hey, I thought that maybe I wouldn't get stunned if I was in the middle of one of those animations. And it seems like that is indeed the case, thank goodness. I keep doing extended dodges and losing my stamina. Hey, please. Oh, he got me with that. Screw it. Just... I don't have a massive ton of arrows. Okay, get my last little bit of health back here. Okay, 1, 2, stomp. 1, 2. Oh, he clipped me. There's more guys after me again? So, I'm thinking that tomorrow I'll probably call the place that I got an oil filter at a couple of years ago, see if they have some more in inventory. If not, if maybe one can be ordered here. And then when I'm back from out of town, I'm gonna try and give it that oil change. See what I can do about that. Hey, you. That attack is so dang fast. And then maybe there's a possibility that I take it to Megaland. But right now I'm thinking that maybe it's more likely that I don't. I'll still continue to drive it from time to time on, like, short trips that I'm comfortable with. And I would prefer going to Megaland than Fragapalooza with it in its current state. What the hell is even happening? This is just what happens when you play a Ubisoft game. Since Fraga's a bit farther. I mean, it has made that trip multiple times. But, you know, I would like to give it an oil change and monitor the situation with the oil. And I mean, maybe going a little bit farther to a venue like Megaland as opposed to just like the family members' places / taekwondo like I'm currently doing might be a good way to kind of push it and see how well it holds up. I hit parry both those times, neither one of them went through. And kind of see how much oil is really going through there. Whoops, what the heck? So it might not be a bad idea to be running it through its paces and stuff too. I hit parry, I swear to you.
Oh, no.
What? 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 So that's what's going on with the truck right now. In previous years, for starting it, that vehicle is a manual choke, manual throttle. So if you want to start it, you have to pull like the dials on the dash for choke and throttle to get to just the right amounts to have it start. And I thought with previous years that I'd found something oh, come on! Something semi-consistent for... The slow-mo is actually throwing me off here. Something semi-consistent for starting it, which was a few pumps of gas, a little bit of throttle, and then lots of choke up to a particular... There's more guys trying to fight me. Just kill me and let me reset here. Where the choke is literally essentially choking it. It's how much air goes through to the engine. So the carburetor that I had a lot of pain fighting for a long time has a little valve where in the opening where air goes through, you have this little cap that turns like that. So if it's turned like that and covering it, then you have like full choke. And if it's open like that, then you have like no choke. So what I was taught by someone that actually lives nearby here, who I'd never met before, that saw me having trouble one day in 2023 and came over and gave me the advice for how to start it. He recommended that I manually, adjust the choke flap thing, whatever it's called. I have no idea. To be like 1/16 open. And then mark on my dash where that line is for how much I need to pull it out. I am hitting the freaking dodge button! And I did that. I would turn it to like 1/16 and then I would mark that with a Sharpie so that anytime while I'm in the cab, I can pull it out, see that little line that I marked and be like, oh, that's the place I need to choke it at. But lately, like, I think that did work consistently because it was always like right middle of summer. The times that I was driving it before, oh my god. And because I was never driving it for like extended periods of time because I've been having all these issues for the past year and a half. But lately I've found that there isn't like a consistent one go-to way to start it. That it is very dependent on like the temperature, the time of days, what are the outside conditions like. Yeah. There's more guys. So it's been a little bit of a learning experience. I find that if it's a bit warmer, like still during the day, that typically works, where it's like, give it a little bit of throttle, give it lots of choke, and then it starts up well. But if I'm driving, I'm just tapping this. Why am I doing an extended dodge? I'm not even holding it. What the hell? But if it's like much later in the evening, it's like 9 p.m.-ish, something like that, it's pretty dark out, and the temperatures are getting a bit cooler as I'm getting ready to drive home from Taekwondo, that doesn't actually work to start it. Instead, it's very little choke and lots of throttle that starts it. So I've been kind of learning to, like, get the feel here. Like, after playing with the dials a little bit, it is starting up. It's not leaving me stranded or anything like that, which is great. But it's definitely not like a modern vehicle where it's just like, yeah, just turn the key and it starts up. I am very much going through a learning experience of the different ways to start it. Wow. And it feels like I'm some sort of a, my god, he moves so weirdly and so fast. You know, I feel like I'm some sort of a sea navigator that's like, the wind is like that, the temperature is like that. You know, like, that's what I feel like I'm starting to do to figure out what the optimal conditions to start my truck in are. Is what it's starting to feel like. So I'm kind of learning to account for different temperatures to properly start that vehicle. Okay. You are so weird. I am hitting dodge. The game doesn't care. Man. I don't know what this one is, but whatever game that they aren't roamers in, I'm sure is some of them. I don't remember which there. So yeah, that's been a bit of a learning experience too. But I am getting used to, if it's like during the day, the sun is out, things are nice. Sorry, horse. That I give it a little throttle, lots of choke. But if it's in the evening, little choke, lots of throttle. It's very much what I've been learning here. Dodge, damn it!
Godspeed, Spider-Man. I'm back.
Normally it seems like I can cancel my own attacks with a dodge, but if I get hit, there's like actual end lag to that. So sometimes he'll just like 1-2 combo me and there's not really much I can do about it, is what it kind of feels like. And it just sucks. So, yeah. That's what's going on with the whole truck situation. Maybe I'll have it at Megaland. Maybe in the middle of stream I can be like, hey, my truck's parked right outside. Here's what's going on with that. Managed to get me to the venue just fine. Wouldn't that be cool? That was not a parry. I don't know how I didn't die. What is even happening? I don't understand. Okay. I hit the parry button. This game freaking sucks, man. Like, if I'm playing something like, let's use Elden Ring as an example. That's been on the mind lately with Night Rain coming out here soon. If I mess up and die in that, a lot of the time it's like, okay, I can clearly see that I dodged too early, I dodged too late. Like, I can see what the mistake that I made was. I genuinely don't know where the mess up here is. Am I hitting it too early? Am I hitting it too late? Is me being hit, like, trapping me in end lag that I can't escape? Or what is going on here? That's what I'm wondering. The stomp actually does a lot. Well, my main damage dealing methods here. Oh my god, he gets, like, stunned, and then he just changes his mind about being stunned. Okay, so I'm not gonna be stunned by that if I'm in the middle of that animation. Yeah, stomp does 100. Doing 16 and 26 with this. Oh, that's... I'm hitting dodge. What I think it is that there's, like, hit stun or end lag after I'm hit the first time. But that begs the question of why? Like, if this was something like a fighting game, it would make sense so that, like, you and your opponent can combo one another, stuff like that. But why in a single player game is there hit stun on me where it's like if I get hit once, it's just guaranteed I'm getting hit twice in some instances? But the same doesn't hold true for him, where it's like he clearly goes into an animation that looks like he's being stunned, and then he'll just change his mind partway through and be like, nope, I'm just gonna... Oh my god. I don't want to fight anymore, guys, here. I don't know for sure yet if I have to kill these guys, but if it works by Odyssey rules, then for all the endings, I would have to kill these guys. So don't think that I'm doing, like, some weird random side quest thing here to, to fill time. I'm pretty sure this is something that I'm gonna have to do eventually. If it works by Odyssey rules. We'll see. Okay. Hey, please. Yeah, like, I can cancel out a lot of my own attacks, but I cannot cancel out my hit stun, it doesn't seem like. Okay. Okay. Okay, my sword is sped up because I did the stomp. I hit parry. Okay. Run, damn it. Stomp. Do another stomp. Dang it. Okay. There's that first notch down. So I may as well do this before that stuns me. Oh, that didn't actually stun me that time. That actually works out pretty great. What? It's nowhere near where I was actually aiming. I should just start playing this with mouse and keyboard or something. I should do. What? That is... Okay. Stun attack. Okay, so there's a chunk. And then... I do that. Nobody else sees this, please. Another stomp. Okay. Another one, please. Like that. This time's the time. This time's the time. Stomp. 1, 2. Follow-up stomp. Followed by another kick. Done. There. Now, oh, confirm kill. Here we go. There. Jeez. What, these organs you stabbed? What do you mean? So odd. What are they for?
To die than face my lords. I hope my Magister Magnus forgives me. For so long, I looked to him for guidance, for order.
If your honor is slow, a true lord cannot forgive you.
Oh, I still have the...
Now I will turn my
that.
gaze to Warden, Tiwar, and Shunor. I will continue to turn until I find some forgiveness.
You will spin and drill yourself to an endless bottom.
Your soul is mine.